What's your question?
With prospects who kind of ignore your question, or let's pretty much say ignore it, most of the time it's probably because they don't respect you. But let's say like that is true and they're just ignoring it. Would you kind of file it away like, oh, they're pointing me to this hole. I'll kind of go there, explore it with them, and then come back here later? Or would you
No, no,
be okay,
no.
you
This
wouldn't.
this is what I mean about you are the orchestrator.
Okay.
If you know that what you need to talk about at this point of the call is pain, and they keep trying to get off the pain, you have to keep bringing them back. And if they do it, random number, 3 times, that is the issue. Okay, so you said you've got cancer. I'm trying to understand how, if at all, and if so, to what level, this is affecting you. But every time I ask you a question about your pain with cancer or your symptoms or the experience, you keep talking to me about treatments. Now, I'm curious, why is it that instead of talking about the issues that you're having, you keep wanting to take the conversation to talking about treatments? And I'll ask her or him, but it's your job to orchestrate the conversation.
I see. So you're literally, if they ignore the question, you're pretty much going to call them out on ignoring the question.
Correct, because I don't have
Okay.
fucking all day to waste sitting on a sales call. If I know the first 15 minutes of a sales call, we need to talk about a problem, how low value of you to just be like, well, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'll just not do it. Like, I know how to make a sale and to serve the prospect. And that is, we spend the first 15 minutes talking about pain. You're either going to do it, Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, or I'm going to unsell you and get off the call and go and make a cup of tea and do something else. I'm not going to sit here for an hour when you want to go and do something else, which isn't going to serve you and isn't going to get me paid. I don't close for free. I close to get fucking rich and in the process to help people. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. Go and do whatever you want to do in your life, but I'm not going to play that game. And this is where it comes down to identity. Frame control comes from your identity. This is how I run my game. You're either playing or I'm not playing with you. I'll go play with someone else. But this is what I'm doing. When my calls start for the day to when my calls finish, we're running my process. And you'll get tested on this, by the way, just going off on a little rabbit hole here. You'll get tested by this the most to see how solid your identity is, or what we trained on in Carbo, a line in the sand. Because when you first start doing this, if you have any doubt or any hesitation, what will happen? I don't want to project this into the universe, but it's better for you to be forewarned. Your call volume will drop. Because it's very easy to get off a sales call here and get off a sales call there when the prospect isn't playing ball, when you're in an abundance of calls. But what happens when you only have 3 calls that week? Do you move your boundary because you're a fucking pussy? And by pussy, I mean you're in scarcity. You will only be delivered an abundance of calls and an abundance of leads when you are abundant on the inside, because your external reality is a reflection of your internal reality. And you only can be seen as being abundant internally through the test of when your external reality is in scarcity. Once you go through that energetic spiritual test, you won't get tested again on that. But it's like a rite of passage. So it's very easy for me to say, hey guys, yeah, if you're on a call with a prospect and they're not playing ball, just get off the call. You'll do that when you have your first 1 or 2 weeks of full calls. Then you'll have a week where your call volume goes down and you'll forget the rule that I just gave you, and all of a sudden you'll break the rule, and then it will get worse. It will just spiral out of control, and you'll get less calls, less leads, less closes, and it will just keep getting worse and worse and worse until you go through the self-actualizing lesson, which is why we teach self-actualized selling, which is you choosing to be in abundance internally and therefore following a process that would be how you would do things when you're in abundance, despite being in scarcity externally. It's why this is an inner game through the vehicle of sales. It's not sales and we're doing a bit of inner work on the side. It is an inner transformation, and sales is just a vehicle that you're doing that. Make sense? Okay. All right. How many deals have you already lost this week that you could have closed but didn't because you were out of state? I'm not a fan of sales hacks, but if there was one thing you could do before your next sales call to raise your closing percentage, it's using my patented pre-call checklist. Imagine taking just 60 seconds to read 5 to 7 personalized bullet points on a piece of paper, and as unbelievable as it may sound, puts you into the optimal state to access your highest sales skills on every call. That's the pre-call checklist. I'm going to show you how to create your own. All you need is a piece of paper and to go through the training that I'm going to give you. Thousands of salespeople have used this framework to close more deals, and you can have your own for free. No strings attached in a matter of minutes. Click the link below this video, enter your email, and grab it right now.